Hey guys, it's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we have the Lippert Components Victory Steps. Now these are going to be a set of steps that are going to go on any deck that might fold out of the side or the rear of your toy hauler, camper, or motorhome. It's going to give you that easy access to be able to fully use what you have. If your deck is at the same height that we have here, which is about 3.5 feet, it's going to be pretty hard to jump up onto that deck. That's what these stairs were made for. The steps are going to have an aluminum construction and a 300-pound weight capacity. So you know it's both going to hold up over time and be able to withstand frequent use. The tread pattern on the aluminum step is going to have a non-slip design so that it ensures safe walking when you're going up and down the steps. It's also going to include these 2 grip strips to give you that extra grip when there might be dirt or debris inside the steps. Now what I like about these steps is they're going to have a very universal fit. So they're going to fit many different deck heights. We're going to have 6 different points of adjustability. Here we have it in this middle one. We'll show you how it works. So you pull the pin on each side of the steps, and then you grab the step by the front and the back, and you twist it to adjust the pitch of the steps. Once you get your steps set to where you'd like them, you just simply reinsert both pins. Now you may be saying to yourself, well Jake, a lot of places we go camping, the back of the RV, it's not going to be level. So how do I get the steps to sit level so that I can use them properly on my rear deck? Well, Victory Steps has got you covered. You just simply remove each pin on these bottom legs, and you can raise and lower one or the other side to make sure that your steps are level. You're going to have 5 points of adjustment. You can see here, we'll have 5 different holes. You just set it to your desired height and reinsert your pin. So we've all been on those camping trips when there's a storm about to happen and we're all scrambling to grab everything on the outside and throw it up underneath the camper or inside the camper. Well, the Victory Step is not going to be one of those things that you're going to struggle with, because you're going to be able to just push these 2 levers and lift the steps off and quickly either throw them underneath the camper or up into your camper. Now you might be wondering how much space that these hooks are going to stick up on your deck. It's only going to be about 3/4 of an inch, so it's not too much to worry about. Plus, if you're walking up on the back, the steps are going to be fully covering it. Now with that being said, they're also going to be safe to drive over if you have a toy hauler like we have here and you need to load your ATV, your side-by-side, or your golf cart up into the bed. These steps are going to include a handrail, which is a nice feature in those times when it might be a little bit slick on your steps. You have something to hold on to. It's also going to be a good feature for those family members or friends that have trouble walking upstairs. It's going to be nice and easy for them to hold on to your steps and hang out with you on your back deck. Now if something were to happen to your hardware or your handrail, we do have replacements for both of those here at eTrailer. With these steps, you're going to have an entry height adaptability from 30 inches all the way up to 45 inches. Each step is going to have an 8-inch rise. The steps themselves are going to be 8.5 inches deep and 20 inches wide. Now I'm going to go ahead and break down the steps as you would if you were headed home for your trip. Just like that, they're ready to go in storage. Now, because these steps are going to have an aluminum construction, they are going to be lighter than the competitors. They're going to be fairly light so that you can carry it to and from any compartment you might have it in with ease. They're also going to only take up about 4 inches of space in the bottom of your compartment. Now that we've gone over some of those features, let's go ahead and show you how we got our hardware installed and got our steps set up. To get your steps in place, this is how they're going to come in the package. So all you have to do is untwist these 2 knobs to release the handrail from the stowed position. We can take this handrail off and set this and the 2 knobs to the side for now. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to set our steps in place in order to get the mounting location to the correct spot. Next thing we need to do is we need to mark the sides of each clamp. Now, we are using a piece of plywood today to mount this onto because the customer is not getting these permanently installed. And we also need to put a line of where our hook is going to go on the inside. And you want to do that for each side of the stairs. You want to make sure that the rail is going to be mounted directly in the center of the aluminum strip that you have on the back door. Now we can take our aluminum bracket with our support. That support is going to go directly in between these 2 lines we have marked on our sides. And then the holes are going to line up with our straight line that we drew out from the side. We can take our hook and set it on top and then screw it into place. And we'll repeat this process for the other side. Now with our 2 hooks in place, we can go ahead and set our steps down and lock it into place. Now we're not quite finished yet setting them up. What I like about them is they're so easy to get the steps level. Obviously you can see now it's not going to be able to be used as is, but we can simply pull these 2 pins on either side and we'll take our step and twist it until they're level. There'll be many different options here on the side in order to get them locked into place. Now, if you're experiencing unlevel ground when you're setting up your steps, they have a solution here at the bottom. You can expand your legs to where if one is touching the ground and the other one isn't, you just simply expand the leg and reinsert your pin so that your steps are level. Now your last step when setting your steps up at your campsite is going to be to put your handrail in place. You want to make sure those people that are using your steps are going to be safe when going up and down. It attaches using the same 2 knobs with bolts on the end that they use to store the handrail when it's in the stowed position. Well guys, with all that being said, that's going to do it for a look and installation of the Lippert Components Victory Steps.